Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. We will talk about the fog, of course, but also Dubai police caught a child in the car driving seat.
And a heroic Emirates crew saves a life mid-flight.
The incredible concert coming, Ed Sheeran, OneRepublic and more set to rock the stage at Off-Limits.
Molly-Mae and Tommy Ferry, are they back together? Are they reuniting in Dubai? What's happening?
Also, we are so excited for what's coming up later on the show. At about 8:55 today, we are going live with the world's greatest illusionist. His name is Rob Lake. He's bringing magic to Dubai, and we're hoping he's going to do a little bit of magic on the show today.
And in today's rapid weather report, it's literally so foggy right now. It should lift up and will be mostly sunny throughout the day with temperatures between 18 and 27 Celsius.
This is what it's saying. Like, it's going to be mostly sunny, but we're looking at fog cams coming to work today. Oh, my days.
It was so foggy. It was so difficult to drive up here.
Drive slowly if you're on the roads.
Drive slowly, yes.
Drive slowly, yeah.
Don't hit sudden brakes, please.
But, you know, also use your wipers, because I got to work and I couldn't see anything, and I realised it was because the fog was on my window. Safely.
No, but it was so dangerous driving empty on the road.
I think it's because everyone's going so slowly that, like,
True.
even my commute was probably like 5 minutes longer than it usually is, and it's a very short commute. Foggy in Dubai. However, the world is watching Sunitha Williams and Butch. They're two astronauts. They went to space for a week. Their car, their space shuttle, was deemed unfit to return to Earth.
Oh my God.
So after 8 months, we're watching and hoping for their safe return today. The reason I brought it up was because they're coming earlier, because apparently the weather is better. And I'm like, the weather's not better, but I guess it's better up there.
But what do you mean? What do you mean they can't come down?
So the space shuttle that they went to the ISS on was deemed unfit to return.
But they
The car broke down.
tested it though.
Well, right.
They tested it before they went up to space.
Of course.
And they've been circulating around space for 8 months.
They're in the ISS, like, I've seen the movies, so I'm pretty sure what I know is, like, technical and on point. So it's the International Space Station, which is like a house up there. So they were there, like a small house with not many amenities, for 8 months, yeah. And now we're watching and praying for their safe return.
Do they have enough food?
I guess so. They're prepared for every eventuality. I imagine they're so set up there that, like, you could be there for years. What they're not set for, like, for me personally, would be my mental health.
My mental health. Imagine in such a tight space.
With
also.
one person. I think that would be the thing.
You would kill the person. What if this person is so annoying?
This is the thing. And also because you don't know, I think Elon Musk came in and saved the day here with SpaceX to get them home. But there was a question mark over when and how.
Okay, makes sense. But like,
this is going to be a movie. Netflix is going to have this out in like a week.
100%. I can't wait for Netflix to have a movie about this. But I can't believe it. How can you go up to space without making sure that everything is set?
Well, of course they do. They do their best.
That's for 8 months.
I don't know. Well, praying for their safe return in this weather. Shout out to Sunitha Williams. She's an astronaut. She's getting a lot of praise for her strength as just a female boss. And we're hoping for their safe return.
I can't believe it. Oh my God.
Yeah. And we're hoping for their safe return.
I can't believe it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But at least you don't get to walk, you just float around.
I don't know. I don't know how that works. Surely they're... Oh, yeah, you're right. There's no... So you just stay strapped in. Weird. I don't know.
And then what if you want to relax? You just... and float?
I don't know. Maybe they will strap in for beds. Speaking of being strapped in, we bring you to our top story of the day. Dubai police caught a child in the driving seat of this car. Who saw this photo? I feel like it shocked. Like the second I saw it, my mouth just dropped open, because this is on a Dubai road. The driver of said car has been fined 2,000 dirham. Also, 23 black points. Also had his vehicle impounded for 60 days after this story went viral.
The police shared this as a warning, saying Dubai Police Smart Detection System recently detected a driver endangering his child's life by allowing a child to sit on his lap while driving. So according to federal traffic law, front seat passengers must be at least 150 centimeters tall and over the age of 10.
There's one bit about that story I don't get, because it's saying front seat passengers must be 145 centimeters tall, over the age of 10, fine. But this isn't a front seat passenger. This is a kid on the lap of the driver.
Exactly.
Which surely, like, regardless of age, you can't have two people in the driver's seat. It doesn't matter how tall you are.
That's very true, but like, the child was not driving, but at the same time, it's a safety hazard. Like, what do you mean you're putting a child and just letting the child hold the steering wheel? But it's crazy how the camera caught this.
I know.
It's crazy how the camera caught
You've seen the ones. It's like they caught someone with a newspaper open as they're driving, or like they're at the traffic lights with a newspaper. I applaud this. I think it's so important because when we grew up, it was a bit laxy daisy. When I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Safety on the roads, it wasn't as strict, definitely no AI cameras, and you would get away with certain things. So I would always sit in, you know, the two seats. I would sit in that middle part facing forward, and Mum would kill me. She'd be like, get back there, your seatbelt. I was like, no, this is my seat, and I was so stubborn. But now I think
you know, we had our moms back in the day. We didn't have AI cameras, we had our moms. My mom would just put her hand back, just hit me, and I would sit back right there.
Were you a finger on the lips family? No.
No. I would do it on my own. I'm like, you know what? I just got beat up by my mom, so I'm not doing anything. So I don't need no AI cameras. I just need my mom.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, I mean, I think though we do need them now, because if it's still happening now on the roads, it needs to be.
But this is a father. Like, you know, you should be strapping your child in the back seat with seat belts, making sure they're safe. What do you mean putting them on your lap?
And BMW driver. You know, sometimes they say certain things about cars, certain, I don't know.
So
what does that say about you?
So you're well educated if you have a BMW.
Well, safety first, as always. And speaking of safety, it brings us nicely into our next story.
So this is a really nice story. It's a heroic Emirates crew saves a life mid-flight. So imagine being 30,000 feet in the air, hours away from the nearest hospital when a life-threatening emergency unfolds. That's exactly what happened on a 20-hour Emirates flight from Delhi to Dubai when an elderly passenger suddenly felt critically ill.
Struggling with lung issues, dangerously low blood pressure and severe breathing difficulties, this man's life was at risk. Now, what happened on board next was so incredible that someone took to Twitter to talk about it. So 2 doctors on board immediately stepped in, inserting an IV line and providing the urgent care that was needed. But also, Emirates crew went above and beyond, helping with the IV bag, holding it for an unbelievable 13 hours to keep the man stable, all while continuing their duties, serving meals and keeping passengers calm.
So thanks to their professionalism and teamwork, the flight avoided an emergency diversion and the passenger made it safely to Dubai, where medical teams were ready to take over. 13 hours.
Shout out Emirates crew. They don't get the recognition they deserve.
Really.
I think that in this tweet, the person was like, they're so well trained for emergency situations.
Exactly.
So what could have been a mass panic on the flight, I probably would have been freaking out with any type of in-air emergency. Their calmness made the whole experience manageable. Not saying it was great, but it was manageable.
Exactly. For them to go on about it, like still serving meals, making sure everyone is safe, everyone is sitting down, no one's panicking, because if something like this happens in front of you, you panic. Like, let's be honest. If you're sitting next to someone that's having a medical emergency, you'd panic, but they made sure there was no panic happening around. They were still serving meals, they're going around making sure everyone is getting what they need.
Right.
While holding an IV drip for 13 hours.
Yeah, so important. It's so often, and I love that someone, you can see the tweet there, you can read it on our feed.
They brought it into recognition.
Went and wrote about this, because too often Twitter is full of the negative stuff. Like, it's so simple, like, Emirates lost my bag. You know, like,
true.
Like when something goes against you and you've paid for a service, we're so quick to call it out. When good things happen, like I've had really good experiences with Emirates customer care. For example, changing flights last minute. I had to do it recently. And like, I didn't even have to deal with it. Like, it was 5 dirham to change the flight. And it took 5 minutes. And like, I'm changing it. It's Eid weekend I'm changing to. Like, sometimes like, there's a lot of goodness that could be called out as well. Oh, and someone said Emirates is the face of the UAE. Got to be the best of the best.
Oh,
we
that's
love the
true.
positive comments. Thank you so much. Live for them.
You know, it's a thing that they say, like, if you had a bad experience, it's more likely to spread than a good experience. So that's why word of mouth is really important.
Yeah.
So make sure if you're a business owner, always have the best customer service.
True. That's what will keep you in the business long term.
People are more inclined to complain, if you noticed. People love to complain.
I've been in the comments. I've seen it. No complaints here for something that's coming to Abu Dhabi.
Yes, the festival of the season. So Ed Sheeran, OneRepublic and more are set to rock the stage at Off-Limits festivals in Abu Dhabi. So Abu Dhabi's Off-Limits festival is set to bring an incredible mix of music, art, culture and Etihad Park on Yas Island on April 26, 2025, with lineup featuring Ed Sheeran, OneRepublic, Hazer Chiefs, Artbat, Faithless, Zayn, Leonie and more. The festival offers more than just live performances.
This will be amazing. Get your tickets before they're gone. Guests can explore immersive art installations, enjoy a variety of food and drink options at the F&B Village, and also take part in exciting activations throughout the event.
So whether you prefer the lively atmosphere of the general admissions, the prime views of premium standing, or the luxury of VIP access with unlimited food and drinks, there's something for everyone. Tickets are selling fast on Platinum List, so grab yours now. I bet it's selling fast, like please. When was the last time OneRepublic was featured here in Dubai?
This is the thing, OneRepublic, epic, Ed Sheeran, epic. And so Kaiser Chiefs, by the way, I brought them up before the show and Massa was like, who are Kaiser Chiefs? You will go to this festival just to, I'm just going to play. So the rules on our live streaming, by the way, at Lovin Dubai is we don't have the rights to play music for more than 6 seconds, but like worth it. Hold on.
Let's see.
I Predict a Riot is so good.
It reminds me of the song, and she's calling a cab. Oh,
I'm so bad at.
Wait.
Are you sure it's?
Chestnut.
That's the Killers.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah, the Killers. You're right.
This is Kaiser Chiefs. I Predict, and they also have Ruby, 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 Ruby. Okay, I'll stop.
Oh, okay. I'm excited for Ed Sheeran and OneRepublic.
And what I love is that they've put in the amount of time that they will be playing, so you're not thinking, you know, Ed Sheeran's going to come on and do a 20-minute set. He's doing a 120-minute live set in Abu Dhabi, along with a massive lineup, and it's all happening. Get your tickets
Insane.
now.
The Palestinian artist is going to perform.
This is amazing. 25 minutes, along with Leonie and Zevdalzia also.
No relaxing.
No relaxing.
No relaxing for this festival.
Okay, jumping in to our next story. I was so shocked when I saw this in the news. In case you don't know who they are, Molly-Mae and Tommy Fury. They're a Love Island couple, which means they met on a reality TV show in the UK years ago. However, you know, they really fell in love. They had a child, and they shared a lot of their life together. However, they split a little while ago, and there was lots of kind of nasty rumours as to why the relationship didn't work out. But since then, it's been a thing. So Molly launched a clothing brand. She has a show on Amazon. But in the last little while, there's been hints that a reconciliation could be on the way. And it's just happened yesterday in Dubai.
So what do we know? Reality TV personality Molly-Mae shared a cute snaps of her and her daughter Bambi enjoying Dubai. Similar to Molly's ex-partner Tommy Fury also shared some sweet moments with his daughter Bambi in Dubai on Instagram. So it looks like they're staying together in the same Jumeirah hotel Molly usually stays.
Which we won't name, but we can guess. It doesn't take
you can know.
You know. It doesn't take an investigator to figure out where that they're both on the same holiday. This is the first time that they've shown the world, because they know when they post the photo and he posts the photo, like they know that everyone sticks to, like the Daily Mail are going to be on this, like a...
People are such stalkers, like I'm sure they're going to make the connections.
Of course, like, but their relationship is one of the biggest talked about relationships at the moment. Love them or hate them. Everyone's talking about whether or not they're back together or not.
But it's just... There were a lot of rumors as to why they split up, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are speculating since they're back together now. It was all like a publicity stunt because she had her documentary, Because right after the allegations and everything that's been said about her husband, I immediately went and watched the documentary.
Yeah, no.
Like, it drove me to watch it. And now he's releasing his own documentary.
He is releasing a documentary as well. I don't think so. I know that there's media PRs who plan stories, but whenever I'm confronted with one, I don't believe it. I'm like, there's no way, you have your love, that's the most important thing in this planet, and there's no way you would put that in jeopardy.
But I feel like, okay, maybe they did have their issues. Let's say they had their issues and they decided to take a break for a while. It happens. Okay, I think they're right about that and it's accurate, but the reasons as to why they split up, like a lot of people claim that he was cheating on Molly-Mae.
Okay.
Some people say that was a publicity stunt because she never went on public, denied or confirmed those rumors.
Oh, I don't think you would ever want to put yourself through that.
But I think she did say that it was an alcohol problem.
Yeah, so there's been a lot.
He was an alcoholic.
Oh, I don't.
But she never denied the rumors about the cheating.
Okay, so what are you saying?
I think they both allowed the cheating thing to go on because it can help their business succeed.
Oh, I don't think you would ever allow those rumors about your your people at the end of the day. Like, at the core of this, there's no one has a thick enough skin to withstand the trolling of a nation. And since that happened, people have got behind her because she's now a single mom raising her daughter.
People
she's
love
a
her.
businesswoman. Like, you wouldn't withstand that trolling against someone that you love.
True. But I feel like because she did confirm the alcohol problem, but she never confirmed the cheating.
I don't think they
Nor
do.
denied it.
So many couples have never.
Like Adriana Lima, the model, she confirmed the rumors about her ex-husband cheating on her.
It's raw. It's raw.
Elsa,
I don't know.
Elsa confirmed the rumors that her husband cheated on her.
I think it's too raw. And if you're thinking about this, if he did cheat, or if he is going through some mental health issues, and she is dealing with this, and she has a 1-year-old baby, there's no right or wrong in how she deals with it, and she started a business at the same time. So
they can be a happy family again. Who are we to judge? Everyone deserves second chances, I guess.
Exactly. Or I don't know. We wish them the best of luck. We hope they enjoy I think this is the 3rd time in a year she's been back in Dubai. Speaking of coming back to Dubai, Rob Lake is bringing the magic. The world's greatest illusionist is coming to Dubai World Trade Center. But before that, he's going to be with us after a very short break. Do stay tuned. We're so excited for this one. Very welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we are joined by one of the world's greatest illusionists, known for creating mind-blowing magic on the world's biggest stages. He's bringing the magic of Rob to Dubai, Dubai World Trade Center, March 21st, 23. But before that, he is with us on the show this morning. Welcome to the show, Rob. Thank you so much for
Good morning. Oh, thank you for having me here.
Good morning. Good morning.
So how would you describe what you do to someone who's never seen your illusions before?
Sure, I am a stage magician, so illusion is the grand scale form of magic. So I do the impossible with large scale objects like motorcycles and levitations and teleportations with myself and my assistants and people from the audience. And it's a very big theatrical production.
How does one even get into that? Like, could we go right back to day one?
Sure. I saw, when I was 10 years old, I saw a magic show, and I knew immediately that is what I would do with my whole life.
Wow.
So I started as a kid and basically just never grew up.
How do you go from, let me imagine, like abracadabra with a hat?
That was me, absolutely.
Into the large stage illusion tricks.
So I always knew I would do a big stage show. I love the theater. I love the theatrics. So everything I do is still very theatrical in the world we create on stage. So as a kid, I was doing birthday parties and shows for churches or neighborhood groups or civic groups. But I would save all my money up, my birthday party money, in a jar, and I would use that to buy a bigger trick and a bigger trick. So by the time I was in high school, I had a couple of illusions and things. And I've basically built my entire show and my entire career incrementally over the course of my whole life.
How do you train for such shows and illusions? Like, how did you practice for it?
Hours and hours in front of the mirror, and hours studying. And in every show we do, I videotape every single show. So I can always make improvements and check things and give myself and the show notes.
If we have budding illusionists watching the show today, or if I'm interested, what is one skill that you think every illusionist needs?
Yeah, I would say showmanship is a big part of it because ultimately you have to entertain the audience. And when they're buying a ticket, sitting in a theater, it has to be a really good show. The other thing is, I would say persistence, because it's not an easy path or career. It takes a lot of work, a lot of expense, a lot of obstacles and challenges to learn and grow from.
So you performed so many stages. You had a lot of performances before.
Yes.
Was there any moment where a specific illusion didn't go as planned?
Before an illusion comes on stage for the first time, we will spend sometimes years or even decades to create it. And part of the creation process is to plan and think of every possible contingency, anything that could go wrong, no matter how crazy it is.
Wow.
So that by the time it gets to the stage, either we've prevented that from happening or there's a plan B or plan C, plan D. So the entire cast and crew with my show, we all know how to go ahead and keep the show going and never expose the magic or create a problem. So it is live. So some things do happen live. We have weird things happen with audience members. We've had the power goes out in a theater or the theater's curtain gets stuck. So stuff happens like that all the time because of live experience. And if that happens, I go out and talk to the audience. I explain the problem. We do an Q&A. We fill time, and we're all kind of in this in this moment together. But as far as the magic, we do our best to plan everything that could happen or go wrong to avoid it.
So no panic.
Exactly.
So interesting. So, in terms of things going wrong with the audience, can you remember a specific situation, because you're dealing with people and their minds and the power of the mind.
And I love making the show interactive. Almost the entire show is involving the audience. Either we bring people on stage, or we bring the magic of the audience, or we do things from the audience. Because people are skeptical, and they always say, "Oh, if I was up close, I could figure it out." And I want to get rid of all skepticism. And it also just keeps the show fun and fresh because you never know what they will say or what they will do. So we've had things where, we've toured in over 60 countries around the world. So the language barrier can obviously be a factor sometimes. We've had things where people get really nervous on stage and just freak out. They don't know what to do. Put people on stage. I'm used to performing in front of 3,000, 5,000, whatever people. A volunteer is not. And then we've also had things where people come up on stage and we realize, oh, they're very intoxicated. A little too much St. Patrick's Day fun for them.
Right.
and so but that's part of what we plan. So we kind of know how to deal with it, and we don't want to insult anybody or make them feel bad. But we know how we have to do it to keep everyone safe and keep it still be a good show.
Okay, got you.
So you were called the world's greatest illusionists in the world by NBC and America's Got Talent. What does that title mean to you?
I've worked on this career in this path every single day of my life since I was 10 years old. And it's kind of a great reward to be recognized and appreciated for all that dedication and all the sacrifice and all the persistence I've put into this.
Can we talk a little bit about Adele?
Yes, absolutely.
I love Adele.
Yes, who doesn't?
Exactly, and like tell us. So there's an article. Adele goes viral because she disappeared in her Las Vegas show.
Mm-hmm. That was
you
me.
made that happen.
That's right. I secretly got to work with her and her team for almost a year to create illusions and special effects for her Las Vegas shows. So if you've seen the viral videos of Adele magically disappearing, that's one of several things I created for her show. And it was fun, and everyone wants to know how she is. She is exactly like you think she is. She is purely authentic. What you see her online or in interviews, that's her. It was really a great opportunity to work on such an incredible, beautiful, phenomenal, perfect show with one of the greatest artists alive.
What was it like getting the phone call or the DM or who connected who?
They called around. They said we're wanting to do some magic for the show. Her team called and I was recommended to them. And at first they didn't say. They said we're working on with an artist on this new show, and they were very cryptic of who it is. But we found out pretty quick who the names were and figure out what it was. It was pretty exciting because I have always appreciated her as an artist, and way back when she first came out, she was on the BBC radio way before anywhere else. Yeah. And I listened to that a lot, and I actually had to order her CDs from ebay.co.uk because you didn't have her in the U.S. No one had heard of her yet. She hadn't come across the pond yet. So I had been a fan, and it was really nice and special. And I actually found my CD in my parents' attic, and had, she signed it for me one of the first times we got to meet.
So what was your first reaction when you found out it was Adele?
And having to make Adele disappear.
Like you just met her and
exactly. I've designed illusions for Broadway shows and for Disney consulting for them, and I even got to meet Big Bird when I did Sesame Street Live, some magic for them. And it was really exciting. I would have never thought, I could see so many other artists who would put magic into the show. It was just unexpected because I never thought it would be part of her show, but I also knew the pressure was to create illusions that weren't out of her character, that fit seamlessly and organically into her show, into her personality.
And speaking of Broadway and Disney, you've created kind of big level illusions for all of these big names. How do you? What is the biggest challenge, I guess, between designing illusions with your team versus working like creativity wise versus working with the likes of Disney?
When I create an illusion for my own show, I control everything. I control the stage, the set, the budget, the business side, the cast, the crew. So I kind of know what my parameters can be or can't be. When I create an illusion, whether it's a Broadway show or for a Disney project, I'm working in not only their business structure, their financial realm and model and limitations, but also having to be the limits of other designers. I know there's other people designing the scenery or other people designing costumes, and they have to deal with actors and performers. I can train as long as it takes for an illusion to work and perform, but we have to have these actors who will change out if a show runs, like I did Disney's Aladdin, still running and going all around the world. But how many people have gone on as the genie, and how many people have had to go on as genie at the last minute as an understudy with minimal training. So the magic has to work in all of these productions around the world without a resident magician there to supervise it, and be simple enough where if somebody realizes someone's sick and they're going on today, they've got to be able to refresh and learn this in 5 minutes and be on stage. Wow. So it's a whole different thing. If it's a creative problem and challenge, I really enjoy to be able to work on.
How does that work in terms of, you mentioned earlier, your team and like not exposing the magic. So do all of these people sign NDAs?
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Right,
and also there's a major respect to keep the magic. That's why we're all there. So everyone on the team has an ownership to keep the secrets of the magic.
So you're performing here in Dubai soon?
Yes, I'm so excited to be back here in Dubai. We were here 2.5 years ago, loved it, and I'm thrilled to be back here.
So what can people expect for this upcoming show?
So I've brought my favorite illusions. I always have to pick because we can't send everything over. So I picked my favorite ones, some that we did before, some new ones, and like I said, a lot of interaction. So the audience will experience lots of surprise and lots of wonder and lots of enchantment the entire show.
I love all these interaction shows. They're always so fun, but I never get picked.
well, if I pick people, they think it's set up. So we do a lot of things. I throw balls, I throw frisbees to make sure everyone knows it's totally random.
Well, speaking then, you never get picked. Can Massa get picked now?
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna do something together here.
So we want to do something like, what do you think we could do with
We're gonna do a
Massa?
little card trick. Is that okay? Here? A little sleight of hand magic together?
Yes.
Okay,
please.
great.
Can you introduce it as though you're introducing on the Lovin Dubai show for your show?
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So live from Lovin Dubai, I'm Rob Blake. We're going to do some amazing morning magic here with my beautiful, wonderful assistants.
Yay!
Okay, now you wanted to help, so I'm going to give you. You were the first to volunteer, so I'm going to just give you about half of these cards here. Just put them in between your hands.
Okay.
Yeah, put one on top. Just cover the top like that. Just
Okay.
sandwich them just like that. All right, and just we'll get back to this in a moment, but make sure no one comes near you, no one touches it. Now,
Don't come near
before
me.
we go on, no one set this up. No, I think you all asked if I would do a trick. We didn't meet. I didn't ask you to secretly help me out or do anything special for this. So it's totally random, and no one knows what's going to happen, right?
Correct.
I'm going to show you the cards in my hand, and I want you to pick one, but don't touch it. Don't say it out loud. Just choose one in your mind. And I want you to stare at it for a few seconds so you lock it in and really not just remember the name of it, but memorize the visual colors and shape and numbers and design on it and ingrain it in your mind, okay? And don't be looking for your favorite card. Like, don't pre-select one now. Don't look for, the Ace of Spades or something like that. I want you to really see one and you'll know you're meant to pick it.
Cool.
Okay? So we're going to fan through here. Just pick one with your mind. And let me know if you have one, but don't let me know what it is.
Okay, I've got one.
Okay, okay, look at it one more time. Memorize it. Got it?
Okay.
All right, now you can open your eyes. Now, if I were just to name your card, that would be amazing and impossible, right? Yeah,
I imagine so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to be reading your mind to do that. If you were able to tell me the name of your card, and then I made it disappear, that'd be pretty impossible too. But if I could make your card disappear completely before you even tell me what it is, that would be totally impossible. Right?
Correct. I don't remember the card.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so don't tell me. But concentrate on it. Concentrate here. Focus here with me. Focus. Send me just the image. Just send me the visual. Like I told you to take a picture of it with your
Right.
mind. Send me that picture. Did you feel that like a little spark just now? Did you feel that? That little jolt. Did you feel that?
I'm not sure.
Okay, no. I mean, I just felt something. But I think it worked. I think your card has disappeared. Don't tell me. But I want you to look for your card. Do you see your card in here?
No, it's totally gone.
It's not here. Not at all, right?
Not there.
Okay, for the first time, what was the name of your card?
The Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades. Okay. Do you have any idea where your card could have disappeared to?
Don't look at me.
Now, did you feel that jolt of energy a second ago? Did you feel?
No.
And has anything happened in your hands yet? Did
No,
it get a
nothing.
little warmer?
A little, yes.
Okay. I want you to spread there and see if you can find her card in there.
Can you find your card?
I just saw it.
Really? Yeah. Oh my god.
Amazing.
You know what's weird is I didn't feel a jolt of energy, but I was like, did my mind stop or something? Like, did someone get, I don't know, because I kept on saying the card.
Yeah?
What?
Okay, I love this mind stuff. But
Oh my god.
it freaks me out a little bit.
How?
It's magic, of course.
But how do you find out? What?
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah.
Good, me too.
That is Rob Lake, ladies and gentlemen, at Dubai World Trade Center, March 21st to 23rd. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me today.
I feel like my mind has been touched. That brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same date. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.